Oh, what should I do today? What level should I play? Was this? I don't know. What about this? Oh, okay. Uh, this is a weird intro, but you know what? We're playing Skyview today. Going back, a little nostalgia. Plus, I need content. So here we go. We're gonna be going through Skyview today. My thoughts on the level. This is some terrible decoration to start off. Solid ship gameplay though. So yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, Skyview is my 15-minute long top one layout. I don't know. It's old. Definitely, not as good as my new layout. And oh my god, they call this decoration? No, but this level's cool. This was like very praised when it came out. Like I still consider this to be my second best layout behind Conclusive, just because a lot of this level is pretty lazy. That's why I don't think it's my best layout ever. Yeah, the consistent quality of this is not too good, but like you put it all together, it's a pretty damn good layout. This took, what I remember, 268 days to make. Not literally that long, but like from when I started the level to when I beat it, or not beat it, to when I finished the gameplay. This layout took me 268 days. There were like multiple very long hiatuses, but like from October 2022 to January of 2023, I worked really hard on this level. So yeah, I just wanted to like go back through, start give my thoughts on how this level turned out, because yeah, I don't think most of you guys have heard this. I just want to like pause the level and say this. This version of Skyview is dead. I'm restarting Skyview in 2.2 since I really don't want to. I don't want to risk a 2.1 level not getting raided. I put like years of effort into it. I'm restarting the level in 2.2. And I think, the game is going to change so much then, but the updates are going to be smaller after that, so it doesn't really matter if, like, it just comes out in 2.5 or 2.6. Still has a lot of 2.2 stuff. Because honestly, I don't even think I'll finish the new layout by the time that 2.3 comes around. So, I don't know. I'll try to incorporate some of the newer stuff update by update, but the gameplay will be mostly 2.2. Personally, I hope that it's better than this one, because I'm going to put in way more effort to making the gameplay actually, like, enjoyable to play. And unique, still fun. Cause I feel like this level is just really basic at times, especially in the beginning. Like, this is back when I was making pretty not garbage, but like basic layouts, or like jank layouts, I don't know. But I'm very happy with how it's turned out for the time, to be honest. Like, there's like some pretty good time gameplay. Also, a major issue with this level is the balancing. The drop is like 10 times harder than everything else. Yeah, like, as you can see in the beginning of this level, very lazy at times. But I think this is fun gameplay to play. It's just not very... not a lot of thought put into it, I was just making it so I could get to the better parts of the song, so I just wanted to get there, so I wasn't really focusing on, this part too much. Obviously, I have some cool stuff. This is pretty good for the time. And then, so after that, I, like, took a long break from the level, and then I started coming back. This is, so, for context, before that, that was spring 2022, and then from here on, it's, like, summer 2022. The sync is really good, honestly. I normally struggle to make good sync, but this is pretty good, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't really do many, like, just full-length video level reviews, so if I'm bad at this, I apologize, but hey, if this is good, tell me in the comments. Maybe I'll do more. Also subscribe so you can see my hopefully better content in the future. My content's been, like, pretty bad lately. Definitely not intentional, so I wouldn't have to grow a mustache. No, I don't know. I'm still getting views, like Conclusive, that got some views. That's deserved. But if you guys didn't know, I made a community post a bit ago that if I hit 750 subscribers by the end of October, I would grow a mustache. And as of right now, I have 682 and it is the 20th. So things are looking good for me right now. Not looking good for you guys, but looking good for me. Unless for some reason you don't want me to grow a mustache, you don't want me to suffer, Like, if you're a viewer of my channel, I think you're used to making me want to suffer. Or, like, not making me want to suffer, sorry. Making me suffer. Anyway, this is gameplay that I think is good. But I don't think I would enjoy playing this, to be honest. So I'm not going to make like, generic flow gameplay in the new version. I'm just going to make like the nice timing slash flow mix that I usually make, like Conclusive. I feel like if I make a Conclusive style of gameplay, which honestly, that level was pretty Skyview inspired. I feel like I could make a true banger. I'm glad that I have this as the base idea though. So I have, like something to work with. Because going into a 15-minute long level with no, like no base ideas is pretty, concern, or not concerning. It's like daunting. I like how I just like incorporate little memory things like that into it and just use some like interesting gimmicks apart from just like jump and orb timings and like on this platform. So as we get into the spider part, this is sort of marks the line where this is fall of 2022, and that's where most of this level, was, I don't know, winter, I guess. I built a lot of the level, a lot of the hard to make parts of the level. That UFO's good, not gonna lie. So for those of you guys who know about real travel, Jonathan GD's 15-minute long extended list level, you might think, oh, this is like basically just harder real travel. Well, that's not true. Real travel, if you're gonna say anything, I think that they're both pretty original levels, but if you're gonna say anything, real travel is easier version of this. Because I started making this in April of 2022, and Jonathan started working on real travel like a full, I think, year or more later. But no, he showed checked out the showcase on his stream. It was pretty cool. Props to Jonathan. Yeah, actually, like, you know, I know a lot of people like to crap on his gameplay, but not only do I find it fun, but he's actually like a rare good building streamer who doesn't just like, I don't know, it's not like love requests the entire time. You know, like he's a very talented creator. He knows some of the most about the editor as anyone in the game. He's just an entertaining streamer. He's like very interactive with his viewers. It's really cool. Oh my god, you know, hang on, funny story. I think it was, there was an effect I made that I ended up deleting because it used like 20 million groups. Anyway, I wasted like 20 minutes of my life just writing House of Asmodeus Elk Ship Fiesta, but no, in text right here. And I split it all into different letters. I mean, maybe, I don't know, something House of Asmodeus Elk Ship Fiesta, but no, something along those lines. I split it all into like each thing, and I made like, as you go by, I made the different letters pop up. It was really tedious, but whatever. And then this was my favorite part of gameplay I had made for like a year before the conclusive ship happened. If you can't tell, I love parts with like big saws and where you're like going from up and down and stuff, because editing me showed the shot of conclusive with that one ship part. Yeah, no, I think you can tell what type of gameplay I like that I've made. Yeah, no, I love that ball part. Still, it's like, especially considering that that's one of the older parts of the level, like we're not even a third of the way in. Like, you know, pretty impressive, if I'm being honest, that I made that all the way back then. Like, jazzy song, honestly. I love this song. This is to this day probably in like my top 5 favorite songs of all time. Also, by the way, that's a video that I am currently working on. I'm just starting the ranking now, but I am ranking my 100 favorite songs of all time. So I have a playlist on SoundCloud with all my favorite songs, and I thought I would, you know, take those, rank them up, and, you know, see which songs are my favorite. And here we go, getting into another fantastic part, really well synced. And no, I just really like this part. I think this is also Ringella's favorite part of the level. By the way, Ringella was like one of the best layout creators of all time. I think I was saying earlier how I want to like, there's like combining being unique with like also making like readable gameplay, or like easily understandable gameplay for people, you know, who are better at like simple timing gameplay or whatever. That's just something I feel like Ringella really does well for the most part. Like, you know, there are obviously some parts of their levels that aren't too sight readable or easy to figure out, but that's honestly a good thing. It gets your brain working, you know? These microclicks, dude, I can't imagine playing this from zero, because those microclicks, your nerves are getting pretty high at 35%, like having to do those, because there are no J-blocks there. Pretty hard. This part in general is pretty stressful. You just have to hit everything really late, or like really precisely. I'm sorry, dude. Like, yes, I am lazy, but this ship part, like, it was meant to go along with the song well. You know, just listen to it. Like, the synth's just like, like, what else am I supposed to do, dude? Apart from just like a bunch of dash orbs, but I think the level is aimed to be top 1. Which I know it might not look it, but a lot of people were saying, like in the comments, saying, I think even one guy said this looks like an insane demon. No, like every single person who's played this level said this is probably top 1, at least back in the time when Slaughterhouse was top 1, which is when I finished this. No, this part's really cool, honestly. The song is, like, it carries the same melody, but the chords that are being played in the background are, like, kind of ominous, so you feel like you're floating, but it's also kind of just, like, clunky gameplay. It's intended to be that way, though. Like, these, like, awkward brick-like steps are, you know, it's on purpose, and, like, repetition and stuff. There was just a lot of thought put into everything in this level, and I don't know how this hold works consistently. No matter where you hit the orb, you can just hold into that. It's absolutely insane. The main thing about this level that I have a problem with is that's very repetitive. This part, you know what? I'm just gonna put this in time-lapse, because this part is so boring and lazy. There's something like this later, but with Robot, and like, I can't go into depth about this. Like, look at this gameplay. Anyway, time-lapse right now. The world's best editor. Okay, so into this part. I started decorating this a bit. Obviously, as you can see, it looks terrible. No, these spikes do look kind of sick. Kind of remind me of my days when I used to make glow style. That was short-lived, luckily. Also, I never changed the ground color. Great. This is one of the most unique parts of the level, this slow part. No, I don't mean the slow minikube. I mean the slow ball, wave, stuff like that, as you'll see later. There's also a spider and a ship, I think. No, I actually made memory gameplay. You know, when I make something somewhat unique. This was honestly kind of inspired by Limbo. I was thinking I was going to have these structures move in the finished version. I don't know. I think Limbo has something like that. This wave actually used to have none of these like structures and obstacles here. But I think one of the playtesters said the wave is free. So I was like, you know what? Spikes. I can't believe I managed to make this sync like remotely well. Like, dude, that drum pattern is so, I don't know, not basic, but it's like simple and it lasts for so long. I think right here is when I just got lazy and switched over to a ship and just started making straight fly gameplay. If I'm not forgetting, there's like some, yeah, this hold right here. Not the green art, but the hold. Or no, the release. The release is insane. I know I already got quite a few playtesters to work on this, but this would have taken a lot more playtesting before I could be verifying this, you know? It's pretty solid. I know. What the hell? Oh, it's great. One of the things. Oh, and look at that. Some straight fly, and then we're back into more lazy gameplay, except for this time it's 1% less lazy because there's a robot. No way, dude. Cue the time lapse again. Oh my, oh, I forgot to fix that. Okay, we're gonna have to go into NoClip, and so this next part was built on my birthday. Hyperbeat is cool, 10,000th object, pretty cool. Great, as you can see, I tried to do something innovative, but the stream was 4.5 hours, and this was at the very end of it, so, you know, I did my best, dude. Couldn't really done any better, to be honest. I had played, Sleepless is mid, it was fine. Then I played the Caverns, one of my all-time least favorite levels. Zeronium raided me during that. That was pretty cool. Curse Calling. I remember it right as I pull up the video. Awesome. Yeah, Curse Calling. I have some, like, building highlights here. So, yeah, Curse Calling. Very mid. Good for 1.9 mid. And then I get stopped here. That's literally all the gameplay I made. And this is where we get into the winter 2022 phase. And also January. 6 days of winter. Like, something like that. 2023. Whatever it was. I finished this on the same day that I made Arcane. That's all I remember. Or did I say made Arcane? I meant beat Arcane. The ship just has such a learning curve. Like, I remember I got this really consistent. I got this to the point where I could, like, practically one attempt it. Except for this part. This part is impossible. But, like, I don't know, the holds and stuff just has such a learning curve to it. Yeah, no, like, when you're making hard gameplay, it seems so easy because, like, you have the, like, you know, I usually, like, trace the line that I make in the editor for, like, what the gameplay should be. That leads to me making some accidentally very tight gameplay, especially in ship. That's why that's so impossible. That is quite nerfed from the original. Oh, okay, I forgot about these waves. These waves are really good. Oh, except for that being like a couple blocks off sync. And then this was, in my opinion, the hardest part of the level. Apart from the... Oh yeah, I forgot. I super nerfed this. But in the unnerfed state, this was the hardest part of the level apart from the drop. This part was ridiculous. Mainly that. That thing right there. Crazy. Just so precise, dude. Yeah, it's mainly because these saws look like massive hitboxes, but really, yeah, you only need to go there. And then we get into the level starting to become free. This ship part is like... I buffed it some, and it's still like the easiest thing possible, well, except for that. It's like 1% difficulty. And then here comes the laziest cube part you'll ever see in your life. At least the ones in the other break parts had, you know, actual attempts at gameplay. This is, no, dude. Oh, and by the way, we're about to get into the drop. Major stupidity warning right there. And also epilepsy, probably. And here we go. The drop. Get ready for your eyes to die right now. It's also unfinished, which just makes it 10 times funnier. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but no, it's just like Jonathan Shigi 6 years ago, but worse. That's just how bad I don't know. It's not terrible. Whoa. They just come, dude, the background, I think like it's just, I have all the pulses going through here. I think just to come out of there. I don't know why that's so funny to me. This wave is pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's just like pretty simple gameplay, honestly. I thought this was really good when I made it, but honestly, it doesn't really get too good until the asymmetrical duels here, which I think this marks like the start of 2023. I made the last like 21% of the level, 2023, maybe more than that. No, I think this is a really good part. Just the non-duel part came out really good, I feel like. Like the non-dual part of the drop, you'll see that soon. But this is probably the hardest part of the level. It's just like really tight gaps on both sides. This duel is really good though. Spider and wave duels, dude, they're perfection. Dude, if I was like playtesting this level or something, I would have just like, I don't know, I wouldn't have even tried to play this part. I'm so bad at ship duels. I try to like get good at them by making this kind of like, I don't mean I'm bad at making ship duels. I feel like I'm better at them than the average person, except for Loltad. Loltad's like the only person who knows how to make competent ship duels. Something I actually respect him for. Ship duels are so hard. I know I called the ball, like that one ball part, my favorite part of the level before, but this is like my favorite long part of the level, 83 to like 89, I think. This thing's really good, and it's just like fun gameplay. It's not too hard, except for the waves. The waves are really hard for the most part, unless you're like doggy or something. This next part people were calling really hard, but I honestly don't know why. I even nerfed it, and it's like still really easy. And it's really fun too. I love wave burst. This cube part's cool. It's really intense, but also like, I don't know, it's not too hard. The ending, this is the only part of the level that I like actually have decent decoration for. The background's terrible, but this looks pretty cool. Saws, that I actually like the saws are actually like genuinely good. Also, huge thanks to Ringello, who I think I already thanked earlier. They gave me the idea for the, whoa, I didn't realize that you could do that, bro. Epic skip. Skyview secret way confirmed. But yeah, they gave me the idea for like those little blocks on the structures. You can barely hear the song here, so if you're wondering why the sync is terrible at some points, and that's why. And at this point, like move triggers and block alignments just stop functioning. So that's probably why the background looks like that. If it was in like 5% or something, if it was at like 5% of the level or something, I probably would have been fine. This part is really unique. I've never made any gameplay like this ever before. It's not really like unique in the sense that it's actually, you know, like innovative gameplay, but I've just like never made anything like this before. I genuinely do not know what gave me the inspiration for this. I feel like there was one like 15-second project that I started that kind of looked like this. But it was like a lot older than this part, from what I remember. Whatever. This is like a ridiculously stressful ending. Like, dude, I would have 100% died that triple spike among like many other easy clicks. Triple spikes are not easy, dude. People always are like, oh my god, triple spike free. Why are you dying to them? It's like they're actually kind of hard. I don't know. It's probably just me being bad timing, to be honest. I still remember how to do the end thing. So basically, you know, let me explain it. 3 of these kill you. If you don't hit them, you also die. But if you click the 3rd one, GG, dedications and craft to make this longer than Larga Espera. I remember that. Now there's like that 37-minute memory level by, I'm forgetting their name, whatever it is, the guy who made Passages. They just made a 37-minute memory level, so this being the longest memory level, or the longest level in the game, kind of screwed. Anyway, 33 and a half minutes for a practice run. I think that's like by far a new record for me. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I know this is kind of lazy, but I wanted to do a video like this at some point, because I guess I'm so happy with this level. And yeah, I don't know. 2.2 is not out already, which it probably isn't. See you guys in 2.2 for new Skyview.